Thank you for joining me today. I will try to minimize the preamble introductions, although it does help me selfishly to work on delivering and enunciating my best each day, the words I want to share with you. But the words, yes, they're important, and it's important to me for you to hear them without straining to say, what did he say? I want to make sure I take the time maybe to regulate myself, my pace, my speed, my intonation, just this voice that I'm trying to get my heart around, and then deliver it to you as clearly as I can. So I'll try and minimize the preamble, but I am still working on this delivery thing. Thank you. So let's talk today about that third thing. That third thing is not quite the same as the three sides of a story, if you will. There's yours, there's mine, and then there's the truth. And maybe that can serve as a good analogy for this talk today about that third thing. As I continue to downplay and reduce our usual deference to expectations and more wants than needs, this discussion, I hope, proceeds along that purpose. The things we do for work or for family, for a friend or for a stranger, we typically want that appreciation and the thanks or the thank you from the person we share our grace and gifts and talents and time with. But sometimes, many times, we don't get that confirmation or applause of our great effort or that small effort or that really minor negligible effort. However, the key part of that thing that we just did, that you did or that I did, the key part of that thing was the effort. You did it. Someone received and maybe even benefited from it. That was your intention, right? To provide or extend something to someone for positive from your love and from your yes forward progress. Yes? So the first essential two things got done. You did it. Someone received it from you. So then what's the need for this third thing? There is none. You want the applause, the recognition, the parade, the first place trophy, the gold medal, the big payback or paycheck. But you don't need it to stay present and current with what drives you, where your beauty comes from, what your message and purpose state about you. That's why the first two things are important and the third thing is not. Similar to those questions I ask you to ask of yourself, to make them natural and organic to you, and that those questions contain the very answers and guidance that you need on your daily, moment-to-moment journey in resilience. I will leave you with this statement from Mr. Holliday from the Stoic Archives and his philosophy. Quote, "The same goes for us. People who don't cheat to get ahead. People who try to do what's right. People who try to think about stuff that's bigger than us. Where's our reward? The Stoics say that the doing it is and was the reward. When Marcus Aurelius writes about not asking for the third thing, this is what he's talking about. When you've done well and another has benefited by it, he writes, why, like a fool, do you look for a third thing on top? Credit for the good deed or a favor in return. He's saying that the real value comes from the act, not the outcome. When we do good, we don't need to ask for more, because practicing virtue is its own profound return. In every choice, in every sacrifice, we are shaping who we are through this practice. And that's reward enough. Unquote. Now, to me, that is so powerful. I'm talking about casually to you about that third thing that's not important. But then in reading this from Mr. Ryan Holiday and his recitation of the Stoic philosophers that were here way before you and I, and will be here long after you and I are gone. But those words are salient, sanguine. They are essential and applicable to you and I in this conversation, to you with whoever you meet on your journey today, with me, wherever I'm walking in my path today. It's essential to know that. It's reflect on that. When I'm driving on that highway or stopping at a light on the off-ramp, and that person is sitting there or standing there with a sign and is requesting money or food or anything, I should give it to him. Now, of course, none of us are, have money falling out of our pockets and just, willy-nilly throwing away $10 and $20 bills like it's nothing. But how hard is it to give up that nickel or that dollar or even a $5? How hard is that really? And how often does it happen when you have the opportunity to do it? Now, this is not for you. I'm talking to myself. Because sometimes, I'm at the stoplight and I go through this mental gyrations about, should I not, does he need it? Those things should not come into the equation. I should be able to gracefully, willingly, with the spirit of giving, without any expectation at all for them to acknowledge, applaud me, or thank me, or wash my car. That shouldn't be the condition. Do what you can. Do your best. But you got to measure that. And don't put in that third thing about that transaction. Just do your best. Share it. And keep presenting who you are and what drives you. Stay present. Stay current. No matter where you are in this world, remember, it's always 8:20.